on or TuneIn Radio. And they can also dial on their phones at 641-552-8206. That's 641-552-8206, because Georgia is going to be giving you all the information that you need. And I have to ensure that Georgia is in live and living color. So you can see the beauty I'm sitting next to. I'm hoping at the end of the show something will just run off on me. 7:30 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Set your watches and your clocks. Welcome to From the Author's Corner. My guest, Georgia Woodbine.
Do you want to become a deliberate creator and learn to change anything in your life? You have the power. Now is the time to get your mind and body right. Retrain your thoughts, take action, and create the life you want with total BS, body and soul.
Georgia Woodbine, it is my pleasure to have you on the show this evening. Good evening to you. How are you?
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
It has been a while. Georgia has been here with me twice.
Yes, I have.
So this is the third time around. I'm your host.
How are you guys doing out there?
And we're here to talk this evening about her latest book, BS Body Total BS. Now, when I heard that, I'm like, come on now, Georgia, But we know. No other connotation.
Not the total BS you're thinking. But, I knew that title would catch. So, that's why I had to go with the total BS title.
Yes, of course. I'd like you to say hello to our guest, and then I'll introduce you, and we'll start talking.
Hello to all of you out there. I am super, super excited about this latest project, my new book, Total BS. And it's not the total BS you're thinking, people. BS stands for body and soul, and trying to get aligned with mind, body, and soul to live a healthier and happier lifestyle. So I am super, super excited to share this information with you.
It is my pleasure to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to From the Author's Corner. Georgia Woodbine, she's one of the leading authorities in personal and professional development, widely known as a dynamic and entertaining speaker and a highly sought-after trainer. She has helped to motivate and inspire an entire generation. She has authored several books, including How to Attract the Right Man into Your Life, How to Make Big Bucks Without Selling Your Soul, Jewels of Inspiration and Reflections, How to Choose Your Career Path, Minute of Motivation, and others. And her latest, as I might add, and may I just brag while I'm at it here, those on the Facebook Live, this is my copy, Total BS, Body and Soul.
That's right.
What is so dynamic about Total BS?
Well, I have to tell you, lady, every book that I've ever written has been a representation of where I was in my life at that time. And when I decided to write this book, I kind of challenged myself with my son. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you how old because I don't want to date myself right now. But anyway, we decided to do this Get Fit challenge. Mm-hmm. And, I've been talking to people about this for many, many years. Like, when you change your thinking, you can change your life. That you can change anything you want as long as you focus and put your mind to it. And I lost weight. I got myself in shape. And I wanted to actually show people that if you learn self-discipline, you can change anything. The way you look, your weight, your finances, your career, whatever it is. I'm telling you, the mind is a powerful thing once you learn how to use it.
That's right. Now, I know you're into fitness a lot.
Yes.
And you had to make that adjustment.
Of course, because, I had to be the example for this book. I can't tell people about getting in shape and living healthy and eating healthy if I was not applying those same tools to my own life. So I had to be the example. I had to change my diet. I had to, look at what I was doing with my time and refocus my energy on things that was going to make me feel more inner peace.
Total BS, body and soul. What is it like for someone to really get themselves prepared for this journey? Because once we are human beings by pattern, so once a pattern is formed, it can be very difficult.
It takes 21 days to form a habit. So if you do something for 21 days, you automatically just do it without thinking about it. You ever sat in your car and realized you was driving the wrong way because that's the way that you always take? So it is. It's definitely forming habits, and it's so easy to form a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, but especially bad habits it's easy to form. It's the same process. But I think that in order to change anything, the first step is to want to change it and to embrace it. And I think that with anybody, we all are creatures of habit. And sometimes we get so used to things being the same way all the time, and that's the direction we want to go in because that's what we're used to and that's what we know. But that's not always the best for us. So I want to share with people with this book that you have to get on a different path of thinking if you want to experience a new lifestyle, whether it's being healthy, whether it's feeling good, whether it's finding inner peace, whether it's just, coming to one with yourself so that you can find yourself and also embrace yourself and love who you are and who you were born to be. So it's really deep. It's not just about the physical part, but it's also about the inner part, mind, body, and soul. Most people don't realize that a lot of times it's hard for people to align the three because sometimes one is out of whack. To get to the level where you can level them off, you can get to a place where you can pretty much deliberately create anything. And I'm telling you people, you might think this sounds crazy, but I can deliberately create whatever I want by the power of my thinking. And that's what I really want to share with people in this book. People talk about the secret or what is it that separates successful people from people that are still trying to truck along and still trying to get to that point. And it really is their habits and what they're spending their time doing. That's what separates ordinary people from extraordinary people.
Absolutely. Total BS, Body and Soul, the author with me, Georgia Woodbine. Georgia, when we think about body, mind, and soul, and spirit,
that's right.
Once a habit is formed, we acknowledge that it's hard to break. But there comes a time when something hits us, or thought, and say, you need to make a change.
Absolutely.
Now, the transition is not as easy as we would say. Somebody might say, you need to stop smoking, or you need to start exercising. But once you're accustomed to going home and just unwinding, and you don't want to leave your house again.
Absolutely.
So how can they now start changing the way they do things? Because it sounds plausible when you say, well, you need to do so and so. But what are the key points for them to use?
There are little tips, that I do share in the book that you can start to retrain your thought process. Because it's really about retraining the way you think. And if you are thinking about getting to that place where it's like, okay, I want to work out, people always say in the new year, when do the gym memberships grow? Usually the beginning of the new year. Because everybody's like, I want to look good. I want to feel good. I got my resolution. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that. And by the time we get to what? February, March, and even with working out, people, if it's something you really want to change, if something you want to improve on your body and you're like, I'm not happy with this, when you look in the mirror, you can change it. You can do something about it. You can go to the gym. You can change your diet. I mean, changing your diet is a big piece too, to staying fit and staying healthy, because a lot of people don't realize that the foods that they're eating are really affecting also how they feel. So it's so deep. It's so many pieces to this. But definitely taking small steps. I always say you cannot go cold turkey. You can't go from here to there. You have to take the baby steps along the way. And I would say to anybody that's out there that really wants to get in shape and you're like, okay, I'm serious. I really want to do this. I want you to find an accountability partner. Somebody that is going to hold you accountable, that's going to check on you, that's going to say, okay, did you go to the gym today? Did you do what you said you were going to do today? Because sometimes when we don't have that accountability, it's like, okay, well, I don't care if I don't do it or not. But if you have that person, you know, reinforcing it, then you kind of have that guilt where it's like, okay, I don't want this person calling me today. I don't want this person texting me today saying, did you go to the gym? Did you do this? So finding that accountability partner that can help you get on that right track. So those are just some small, simple things that you can take to get onto that journey.
Absolutely. How long did it take you to write this book?
Well, this book took me 90 days. And let me tell you, the awesome thing about this book is I was training while I was writing the book.
Oh, okay.
So I said I wanted to do something dynamic. I want to write about this while I'm doing it. And it was difficult. It was challenging, but I accomplished it. And that's really that's the point I'm trying to get to people, because anything that's worth getting is always hard to get. Anything that's worth accomplishing is always hard to get to. So I said I want to transform my body and write about it at the same time, so people can see that I am really going through this journey on my own, to be able to share it with others, to say, okay, you can take these different steps. And I mean, it took a lot of focus. It took a lot of discipline. Took a lot of, not watching a lot of television and where I'm spending my time and what I'm doing with my time, and not watching a whole bunch of Atlanta Housewives or whatever reality show you watch, Kardashians or whatever. So, it's really about thinking about your time and what you're doing with your time, because I think that when you just go through the day and you don't think about what you're doing with your time, it's so easy to waste it.
Yes.
And that's a big, big piece to anything that you're trying to accomplish. Look at your time, what you're doing with your time, who you're spending your time with, because we have to learn to weed out those people that we don't need to spend time with if we're trying to focus on.
For you.
Exactly. If you're trying to get to that place in your life where you can live a healthier and happier lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Look at your circle. My mom used to always tell me, show me your circle and I'll show you your future. So look at the people are you around people that are, aware of their health, that are taking care of their bodies, that are eating the right foods, because it's always around the people that you surround yourself with. So look at the people around you.
Well, we would say, show me your company and I'll tell you who you are.
Exactly.
So there you have it. Now, in your introduction, there's a key point here that I'd like to mention. Taking control of your health begins with yourself to do something